For what purpose does the gentleman from Texas rise?
Mr. Speaker, I'd ask unanimous consent to address the House for 5 minutes.
Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You know, this body today has voted by a majority to disapprove of Joe Wilson's comment. It is important to always take things in context. And in reviewing the context, we have to notice that we had a President of the United States for whom we pray as Christians. We're supposed to do that, and we do, and who we respect through the office. And he was not happy with the way things were going with regard to his health care proposal. The American people seemed to make pretty clear through August this was not something they wanted. So the President basically demanded to come into this House. Well, he can't come unless he's invited, an invited guest. So an invitation was issued because he wanted to come speak, and he did. Now, there are rules about proper decorum in here, whether you're an invited guest or whether you are a member of Congress. But as members, this is where our voters voted to send us. So we're supposed to be here. The President came in, and the truth is, I really had mixed emotions because I knew that on Monday the President had said that, and he'd taken a shot and actually used the L word. He had said that we were, actually his words were, "You've heard the lies. I've got a question for all those folks. What are you going to do? What's your answer? What's your solution?" And you know what? They don't have one. Well, it was not appropriate to say that we are lying about the proposal when we have taken the only proposal that we have, H.R. 3200, and read from it, and then we're told we're lying about the content and we have no solutions. Well, I would never say the President was lying when he said no solutions, because that would infer that he knew that what he said was not true. Whoever put that line in his teleprompter should know that it's not true, but I won't attach that to the President. But you look at the speech. We heard the speech. He said, instead of honest debate, we've seen scare tactics. We're dishonest because we take the 1,000-page bill and read from it, and that's dishonest? That's scare tactics? We're told by the President in our House that we're trying to score short-term political points even if it robs the country. Oh, now we're robbing the country, trying to score short-term points. He goes on. That's not enough to come into somebody else's house as an invited guest, and he says, talks about all the misinformation. So we're spreading misinformation, he says. He goes on, the very next paragraph, he's talking about our bogus claims spread by those who want to kill. Oh, now we're robbers and killers. And then he slaps at the prominent politicians for being cynical and irresponsible. And yes, immediately before Joe Wilson spoke, he used the L word, said it's a lie, plain and simple. Those are dangerous words to be saying things like that, and to come in and be poisoning this well. He had poisoned the American people, talking about lies on Monday. He comes in here, talked about a lie here. He goes on to say we're making wild claims. These are his words. And then talks about our demagoguery and our distortion. Talks about our tall tales. And then is surprised. He says, and facts and reason are thrown overboard. We can no longer even engage in a civil conversation. He talks about acrimony. And that's the context of Joe Wilson's comments That's no way to act, Mr. Speaker, when you're invited into somebody else's house and you come in and use all these words to slander them. That wasn't being very nice. I yield back.
The gentleman yields back his time.